Well, good morning and welcome back to Cityline. With me, I have two individuals who are all snuggled up on the comfy couch, and they are from the Museum of Glass. This first person has never been on Cityline before. Welcome, Mr. Tim Butler.
Thank you for having me.
You are the Marketing and Communications Director for our beloved Museum of Glass.
I am.
It's great to have you here.
Yeah.
You brought with you someone who I love and adore, head to toe. Susan Warner, you are the Curator of Education for Museum of Glass. Welcome back, my friend.
Yeah, it's lovely to see you, Amanda.
It's great to see you, absolutely. So, Tim, let's talk about the planned capital renovation project that's coming up at the Museum of Glass. Why are you doing it, and what are some of those major components that we should keep our eyes out for?
Yeah, so this is the first capital renovation project that the museum has done in its almost 25-year history. The main component is a major upgrade to all of our gallery spaces, including a small expansion to the gallery spaces. The theater space of the museum will be converted into additional gallery space.
Yes.
So we will be upgrading all of our galleries, new HVAC, new lighting, new audiovisual capabilities. But the main component is that we will be building the permanent Lino Tagliapietra Legacy Gallery.
Oh, wow. That is so impressive. And can I say, it's been a long time in the making. Mm-hmm. When I think about artists that I say that they belong with the Museum of Glass, Lino is one of them. So why is this capital renovation project important? What do you hope to achieve for, first off, the Museum of Glass, Tim, but also for our community?
Yeah, so specifically with Lino, we want to highlight this artist that we have worked with for pretty much the entire museum's history. So having a space to have Lino's work on permanent display is certainly it's certainly important to tell the history of the art form.
Yeah.
And a more comprehensive view of everything that we do at the museum. But also, you know, in all honesty, we hear feedback that people want more of an experience with glass at Museum of Glass. They want to see more art. They want to have more opportunities in the galleries for educational experiences. Mm-hmm. So we are expanding our galleries and improving them to make sure that we're highlighting our artists the best way we can and that we're showing more work.
I love that. So when we think about the answer to the question of why now, Susan, I want you to answer that first. Why now?
Well, we have an amazing opportunity with the Lino Legacy. He gifted us his entire American archive, which is over 150 pieces, ranging in date from 1998 to 2023. And this is a phenomenal honor for us. And we have an obligation to present his legacy, and we want him to be able to come and see what he has done for us in shaping the glass movement here in the Pacific Northwest. It all goes back to him. I mean, he's taught generations of artists. So for us, it's an extraordinary honor, and we are so grateful to the Tagliapietra family for giving it to Tacoma.
I am just sitting here gobsmacked.
It is.
My brain is like, what did it feel like when you got that email, when you got the yes? Woo! Must have been mind-blowing.
Well, I mean, he could have given it to anybody.
He could have given it to Venice.
Yes, and to have him recognize Museum of Glass as his home furnace is a terrific thing, because like Tim said, he's been with us the whole journey of our existence. His first residency was in 2007.
Wow.
And he's done 19 residencies with us. So it's extraordinary amount of footage that we have as well.
So you are the curator of education, and I love that word curate. I use it a lot, especially when I'm cooking. What will visitors be able to do at the Museum of Glass, Susan, while the main gallery spaces are closed?
Well, all the education activities will continue.
Okay.
We'll still be doing tours. The hot shop will be working. We have a terrific lineup of visiting artists, including Preston Singletary in June.
Talk about another big name in glass.
Another big
yes.
name. And as well as that, we have an exhibition in the Grand Hall that we just actually opened on the work of Paul Stankard. And you may remember that, Manda, because that's another collection that we received, a vast collection of Paul Stankard paperweights.
Yes.
And these are extraordinary little worlds in glass orbs. They're botanicals, they're fantasy, there's mysticism, all influenced by Walt Whitman's poetry.
Yes. It's
So,
true.
Plenty to see and do at the museum.
When you think about Lino's contribution, Susan, to the glass art form, we've got Preston Singletary, we've got Chihuly, I could go on and on and on. But what has it meant to the glass art form when you think about it?
Well, he transformed the contemporary glass movement. I mean, when he first came here in 1979, he was invited to go to Pilchuck. He was quite shocked, actually, at the status of our ability to manipulate glass. And he provided the refinement. He coached in complex ancient Venetian glassmaking techniques that basically made our glass movement possible
Yes.
here. And he also was really emphasized that technique is in support of an idea. And so he kind of opened the doors and let us experiment and shine. And we have. And he coached 3 generations of artists.
That's incredible.
45 years.
Oh, every time I am in the Hotel Murano, I walk over to his exhibit of the circus with all of the things hanging precariously. And I look at it, and the child who loved Legos and Tinker Toys is alive and well looking at that. So I'm going to ask a question for both of you. And Tim, I want you to answer this first. Why is it important for the Museum of Glass visitor community? I mean, people could say, haven't we done enough?
I think it's extremely important for Museum of Glass and for our community to have this, because it really grounds the art form in the Pacific Northwest and in Tacoma in general. I think one thing that the museum really does try to do is showcase how this region was so important for the art form, and having one of the world's most renowned glassblowers have a permanent legacy here in our museum, I think can only increase the visitor experience and show how this is really part of our DNA in the Pacific Northwest, and this is our art form and it belongs here.
I just want to do a blanket thank you to anybody who has touched this renovation, anybody who has touched this masterpiece of collections, and anything that flows out of it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I cannot wait for the day that you're on the couch, again, both of you, and you say, Amanda, the renovations are done. As Susan picks sawdust out of her beautiful hair, and Tim has dirt on his wonderful Birkenstocks, but that will be the next time I get to see you. So thank you so much for being here today.
Absolutely, and thank you to everyone who's supported this project so far. You know, we couldn't do it without our community, and we're looking forward to welcoming you back into the new and improved galleries in the fall.
Absolutely.
Yes.
We have much more to come on Cityline. I'm going to say goodbye. We'll be right back after this quick break.